Problem with the traditional media, the big media outlets, is they have advertisers, so they can't say certain things because they have their paymasters, so to speak. The way that I see it is there's two sides to every story, and we deserve to hear both sides. You know, I'm not Filipino, as I said, it's not for me to comment on Philippine politics. I think it's really important to understand the culture of my wife. You should basically support that country, pray for the leaders of that country, because I'm a Christian. I'm not here to criticize, I'm not here to bash, I'm here to show respect, and I think we need to all show respect.
Picturean natin yung mga
Welcome. And enjoy yung mga kayo.
Papasok na po sila sa black screening nitong Martyr or Murder. Kamusta po ang panonood niyo po? Ano masabi sa movie po?
Perfect. Now, the truth has been told. Yeah.
So, speechless po, speechless.
Well, speechless. It's beautiful. Thank you.
Si Agang Mula. Oh, si Agang Mula.
The way that I see it is there's two sides to every story, and we deserve to hear both sides. So yeah, that's my opinion on the matter, and that's why I'm supporting the films of Director Daryl Yap. I would very much like to watch the other movie if I was able to, and you'd expect that they want to send that message out to an international audience. The thing is, with the Martyr or Murder and the Made in Malacanang, there's English subtitles. People have been asking, can foreigners watch it? Yes, of course they can, because there's English subtitles. However, on this other movie, which I also want to watch, there are no subtitles. And as my Tagalog is not fluent, I couldn't actually understand it. I'd like to watch the other movie. I believe we shouldn't have closed minds, we should have open minds, but I can't watch a movie if I don't understand it. So at the moment I'm sticking with the movies of Director Daryl Yap.
So, it's the difference between the two movies for you is the subtitle, no? It's easier to understand.
It's not easy, I cannot understand it.
Yeah.
I can understand some Tagalog, but the problem is its context. For example, you've got mahal kita means I love you, right? So the word mahal is expensive. Now if you hear a certain word mahal, you might get the context wrong. So, and if I get the context wrong, it's pointless. So if they were to put subtitles, I would absolutely love to watch it. But I want to understand, you know, I'm not Filipino, as I said, it's not for me to comment on Philippine politics, but my wife is Filipino. So I do understand Philippine history. I do understand about the Philippines. And as somebody married to a Filipino, I think it's really important to understand the culture of my wife. If you marry somebody from a foreign country, you should basically support that country, pray for the leaders of that country, because I'm a Christian, and that's what you do as a Christian, right? I'm not here to criticize, I'm not here to bash, I'm here to show respect, and I think we need to all show respect. I get sometimes a bit worried when I read Facebook comments and people are swearing. You can be polite, you don't need to swear. Let's show each other respect, and let's see if we can find a common ground, and let's see if we can hear both sides of the story. But I believe the Marcos family, I believe Senator Amy Marcos, Martyr murderer, Daryl Yap, I believe they've got the right to show their side of the story just as much as any other movie also has the right to show their side of the story.
So you're speaking about the freedom of speech.
Yeah, freedom of speech.
So everybody deserves to know the both side of the story.
Of course.
And we respect every opinion.
Of course, and it's not for me to comment as a foreigner. I have no right to comment on Philippine politics whatsoever, and I would never do that. All I'd say is I'm very interested. I want to watch as many movies as possible that tell me about the Philippines. And both of these movies would tell me a little bit about the Philippines. I also think it's important for us to promote Philippine film, Philippine cinema. You've got to remember, Martyr Murderer Made in Malacanang came on the back of the pandemic, i.e. a lot of the cinemas were closed. So what that film did is it put bums on seats. People sold their popcorn, their hot dogs or whatever. It brought people's jobs. If you don't have any cinema films, how can you employ people? How can you keep people in the cinema industry? And that film undoubtedly has contributed towards the Philippine economy, but not only that, it's helped the cinema industry that's so important. And to all those people who are speaking about watching it on Netflix, don't rely on Netflix, spend a few pounds, watch it and support the Philippine cinema industry.
So we need to support the Philippine movie, no, because it will create more jobs for the Filipinos.
And it pays taxes, it supports the Philippine economy. So yeah, I think it's very, very important.
And the competence, no, of the two movies, it's good for our economy because it will create more jobs, no?
Yeah, 100%. Any movie that employs any single person, I don't know the lead actress in the other movie, but I've seen her on other movies, The thing is, to do these movies, you need cameramen, you need makeup artists, you need runners, you need roadies, all of these people. These are people who are receiving a salary, and that's contributing towards their livelihoods. So rather than bashing, why not watch both and then form your own opinion? You can't bash a program or a film if you don't understand it. I don't understand that movie. If I understood it, I could comment on it, and I can't comment on it anyway currently because I'm in the Philippines. But I would still very much like to watch it if it had English subtitles. So I want to greet Kags TV and everyone, all your viewers, all your subscribers. Thank you so much. It's very, very important to support bloggers. These are the people on the ground. The problem with the traditional media, the big media outlets, is they have advertisers. So they can't say certain things because they have their paymasters, so to speak. And the good thing about these YouTube channels is they don't have advertisers. They might have an advertiser, don't get me wrong, but it's not on the same. So you have that freedom. You're on the ground. You're hearing people's opinions, people's stories. I'd like to congratulate you for the work you're doing. Maraming salamat po. Mabuhay.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.